Cowabungah.com, Mark Shepard. Hey, I am working on a couple of new books that I got over the weekend. My last little report was on David and Goliath by Malcolm Gladwell. And this one is called Grain Brain. And interestingly enough, I don't know if you noticed something similar between these two books. Similar graphic designer, right? They're both published by Little and Brown Company. So now, this is called Grain Brain. It's by David Perlmutter or Perlmutter. I don't know how he pronounces his name. But essentially, the message here is, and it's backed up by a lot of research. And this is, I like this book because it's exactly what I've been saying anyway. That I've kind of come to my own conclusion. I'm not a neuroscientist or a nutritionist, but you don't need to be to figure this stuff out. First of all, we are eating foods that are making us sick. We are being told that whole grains, even sprouted grains, are good for us. And that is just not the case. Our bodies evolved eating meat, fat, seeds, nuts, roots, and some berries in season, essentially. But we are eating so much sugar, we are eating so many carbohydrates that turn into sugar, and we've cut way back on fats, particularly saturated fats like coconut oil, and we think we're healthy, and we're not. Our brains just, I mean, if you know anybody over 50 who has parents, chances are they're going into dementia and Alzheimer's. A couple of my dearest friends have just experienced that. And if you know anybody with diabetes, right? You know, I was so struck the other day. I love it, my beloved Unity Church, where new thought is the way to go, right? And people are open to new ideas. And I went downstairs yesterday, and the entire table at the coffee hour was covered with donuts and cookies and chips. And yeah, there was a salad, but it was all carbs and sugar. You go over to the little table where there's peanut butter. And it's all peanut butter with high fructose corn syrup in it to make it sweeter. There was white bread, you know. And it's nothing against the people who put that stuff out, but we're living in a culture that is totally ignorant of the fact that these foods are killing us. Like, would you put a bunch of cocaine out on a table at a church? No, but it's like, you know, and I have a dear friend who's a diabetic, and the other day he was like, he bought a can of soda. And this bothers me because I care about this guy. He sat there, he's a vegetarian, and he had rice and beans, a couple of vegetables, and a can of soda. And I said to him, dude, you're a diabetic. Oh, I only drink this every once in a while. And I swear to God, I'm going to give him shit for it, because it's like, do you want to be healthy or do you want to be sick? Do you want to spend the next 30 years slowly dying of some horrible degenerative brain or physical malady like diabetes? You want to have start losing your feet and your eyesight? That is such bullshit. I'm sorry. You can stop all that. You can literally get rid of the grains, get rid of the carbs, increase the fat in your diet, coconut oil, olive oil, get an omega-3 supplement, eat healthy protein. Do not eat the protein that is raised on factory farms full of growth hormones and antibiotics, okay? I'm not saying you have to do pristine, perfectly organic food all the time, because it's not practical in the real world, but if you can, do it. I was at the food co-op the other day after church. Old guy there, you know, head of cabbage. Is this organic? And the person goes, yes, that's organic. He goes, whoa, that's too expensive. Right? Okay. Yeah, I get it. It's too expensive. So eat this thing that's full of toxic pesticides instead. And, you know, What's too expensive to me is like bread is too expensive. It's too expensive to eat that. Now, on occasion, yeah, if I have to be polite, yeah, I can eat. If someone just baked fresh homemade bread and offered me a slice, fresh from the oven with butter on it, I'm like, yeah, I'll eat that. But that's it. So I want you to get this book, Grain Brain. I want you to read it, and I want you to write to me and let me know how you have applied it in your life. Because Cowabungah is all about keeping your brain healthy, keeping your body healthy, keeping your heart healthy, emotional heart healthy, and doing what you were put here to do. And if you're sick, if you're not well, you can't do what you were put here to do. You cannot make a difference in the world. And I just look back at the breakfast I used to have growing up. I would have, Captain Crunch cereal with slices of banana, right? And then when we got into health food, I would have granola, which is still full of sugar. Sorry, people, granola is still full of sugar. And then later on, I graduated to oatmeal. I would just have oatmeal. Of course, I put a little maple syrup in there, but I would still put fruit in it and stuff. And then one day I was like, I'm gaining weight. I'm not, working out, but I'm eating this oatmeal every day. And I was eating sprouted wheat bread, and I'm thinking, oh, I'm healthy. And then I cut that stuff out, and immediately within the next 30 days, I lost 2 inches around my middle. And so every month that goes by, I eat fewer and fewer carbs. And I have more energy than I've ever had. And, it's a good thing to try. Give it 30 days. That's all I'm asking. Give a low carb diet 30 days, but you can't just cut out the carbs and not increase your healthy fat. Virgin coconut oil, people. Take a teaspoon of it before each meal. Drink plenty of water. We'll talk about exercise in another video. But, come on. What do you have to lose? What do you have to lose? So, that's it for today. Mark Shepard, Cowabungah.com. And, a Cowabungah person reads. A Cowabungah person listens. A Cowabungah person tries, puts into practice the new things that he or she learns. And then evaluates. Is it working? Is it not? So, anyway, enough of that. Have a great day. Cowabungah.com.